is GentleVibes ASMR, and thank you guys for stopping by today. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for you. It is 1:11 in the morning, and I think my parents just went to sleep, so I thought I would just do a quick ASMR video. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be quick, but I just felt like recording, so I decided I would do some reading. This is a book I got a while back, maybe like when I was in high school. I used to be obsessed with Ripley's Believe It or Not, and I used to always watch the show, and I even went to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Wax Museum. That's not too far from where I live. So I'm just going to be doing some reading and some following the words while I read. I found that that is a very relaxing trigger for me. I hope you guys will enjoy the video, and feel free to subscribe and comment and leave a like down below. It is really appreciated, and thank you guys so much for the continuous support I see on my page. I hope you guys will enjoy the whispering and the page flipping and visual triggers. I'm going to read to you the different sections they have inside of the book. And I don't know if I'm going to finish the whole chapter. I'm just going to read until my throat kind of gets dry and I'm ready to stop. The first section is called Strange But True. Then Weird World, Animal Antics, Extreme Sports, Body Oddities, Travel Tales, Incredible Feats, Bizarre Mysteries, Fantastic Food, Artistic License, Amazing Science, Beyond Belief, and then the index in the back. strange. But true. Doctors were surprised at a hospital in Wuhan, China, when they saw a 4-year-old girl with 6 fingers on her right hand. What was particularly unusual was that the fingers were each almost identical, with no obvious thumb, as the hand prevented the girl from gripping objects tightly. Doctors performed surgery to remove one of the extra fingers and reconstruct the muscles. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers, and they all look identical. Lava junkie. Patrick Coster will do anything to get a good picture, even sleep on the edge of an active volcano. The Dutch engineer began photographing natural phenomena over 10 years ago. He became obsessed with capturing the violent power of volcanoes, calling himself a lava junkie, and even proposing to his wife next to a simmering crater. To get the best shots, Coster risked inhaling toxic gas, suffocation from hot ash, and lethal volcanic bombs. Lumps of molten rock violently ejected from erupting volcanoes. Not to mention the unstoppable flow of super hot lava surging past his camera. Despite the dangers, Coster wears regular clothing and only a gas mask for protection from noxious gas. He has photographed volcanoes on the Canary Islands and in Ethiopia, Italy, Greece, and Hawaii, among others, and has a long list of other lava spewing craters he intends to visit. Some pictures that he's taken. A motorist returned to his car in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, in 2009 to find it buried underneath a giant silk cocoon created by an army of caterpillars. His Honda car had somehow been mistaken for food by spindle ermine larvae, which weave silk webs to protect themselves from birds and wasps, allowing them to gorge on leaves for 6 weeks before transforming into butterflies. Bird lover. A male traveler arriving in Los Angeles International Airport, California in 2009 was found to have 14 live birds strapped to his legs under his pants. Customs officials became suspicious after spotting bird feathers and droppings in his socks and tail feathers protruding beneath his pants. Hiding place. 2-year-old Natalie Jasmer from Greenville, Pennsylvania did such a good job of hiding during a 2009 game of hide and seek that her family had to call the police and firefighters to help find her. After an hour's search, she was finally found by the family dog, having fallen asleep in a drawer beneath the washing machine. Inseparable twins. Identical twins Peter and Paul Kingston from West Sussex, England, have been almost inseparable for over 75 years. They worked for the same electronics firm and then as entertainers at the same holiday camp. And for the past 40 years, they have shared the same house with their respective wives. Boxed clever. A prisoner escaped jail in Village, Germany in November 2008 by hiding in a box, which was part of a courier shipment. ID problem. A judge presiding over a drug trafficking case in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, released the defendants, identical twins, because police officers couldn't prove which one had originally been arrested. Grave discovery. In March 2009, while planting bushes, Sheila Woods of Devon, England, uncovered a grave complete with headstone, coffin, and corpse from 1833 in the middle of her garden. Scissor spider. Security guards at American airport confiscate hundreds of scissors and other potential weapons every day. Artist Christopher Locke collects these spiky tools and bends them into sculptures, including spiders made from twisted scissors and creepy crawlies made from knives and multi-tools. Stray bullet. In July 2009, Jennifer Bliss was accidentally shot while sitting on the toilet when the person in the next door cubicle dropped their gun and it went off. Bliss was sitting in the cubicle in a hotel bathroom in Tampa, Florida, when she was hit in the leg by a stray bullet, which was fired as the handgun fell to the ground. Baby switch. K'Reen Reed Qualls and Deanne Angel Schaffer learned at the age of 56 that they had been accidentally switched at birth and had grown up with each other's parents. The girls were born at Pioneer Memorial Hospital in Heppner, Oregon in 1953. But the mistake was only uncovered when they took DNA tests in 2009. Beetle terror. In December 2008, police in Osaka, Japan, arrested a man for releasing thousands of beetle larvae onto an express train to scare female passengers. Swallowed phone. When Andrew Cheadle lost his cell phone on a beach in Worthing, West Sussex, England, he thought it had been swept out to the sea and that he would never see it again. But a week later, it turned up in the belly of a huge cod. The 25-pound cod been caught by fisherman Glenn Curley, who was gutting it for his fish stall when he found the phone, which still worked inside the fish stomach. Leap day. The Gyo family have 3 generations born on 29th of February, beating odds of 3,118,535,181 to 1. Peter Keogh was born in Ireland on Leap Day, February 29th, 1940. His son Eric was born in the UK on Leap Day in 1964. And granddaughter Bethany was born in the UK on Leap Day in 1996. Wild Child. A Russian girl spent the first 5 years of her life being brought up by cats and dogs. The girl from the Siberian city of Chita adopted the behavior of the animals she lived with, even barking like a little dog and jumping at the door when people left the room. Close relatives. After not seeing each other for 60 years, long-lost siblings George Kulwick and Lucy Heenan discovered in 2008 that they had been living just 4 miles apart in Birmingham, West Midlands, England. Cloud 9. To mark the 9th day of the 9th month of 2009, a budget supermarket chain in Los Angeles, California offered 9 couples cut-rate wedding ceremonies for 99 cents. After getting hitched, the couples were handed $999.99 in cash and taken to a romantic location for their honeymoon. Cash catch. 2 Australian teenagers who went on a fishing trip in Duntable Creek near Nimbin, New South Wales in 2009 landed a surprise catch, a plastic package containing $87,000 in cash. Traveling twins. Chang and Ang Bunker, 1811 through 1874, were the original Siamese twins, the rare condition being named after their birthplace of Siam, modern-day Thailand. They were joined at the stomach by a small piece of cartilage and were later exhibited as a curiosity. They went on to marry 2 sisters and had a total of 21 children. In 1874, Chang suffered a stroke in his sleep, and when Ang awoke to find his brother dead, he refused to be separated from him and bled to death 3 hours later because the blood was not being pumped back from his twin's body. Roadkill calendar. Kevin Beersford traveled all over Britain taking photographs of roadkill for a 2010 calendar that became a bestseller. He sold hundreds of copies of his quirky roadkill calendar, which featured pictures of squash squirrels, flattened foxes, and mashed magpies. That's kind of disturbing that so many people bought it. Moon check. A $10.50 advance check signed by Neil Armstrong hours before he took off for the moon was sold for $27,350 at an auction in Amherst, New Hampshire in July 2009. 40 years to the day after it was written, Armstrong had written the check for money borrowed from a NASA manager in case anything happened to him on the lunar mission. Dental discovery. A customer shopping at a Walmart store in Falmouth, Massachusetts, said he found 10 human teeth hidden in a zipped compartment of a wallet he was about to buy. Police said the teeth belonged to an adult, but since there was no blood or gum tissue present, it would not be able to perform a DNA test to identify whose teeth they were. Delayed delivery. Dave Kahn of Hudson, Ohio, received a postcard in his mailbox 47 years after it was sent. The card had been sent by a woman named Helena Montana in 1962, but the delay meant it never reached its intended recipient, who had died in 1988. Bottle voyage. A bottle with a note inside thrown into the ocean in 1969 off the coast of New Jersey was discovered 39 years later, just 400 miles away in Corolla, North Carolina. Free salami. Motorists in the Bulgarian capital Sofia were awarded free salami in 2009 for driving courteously. As part of a police road safety initiative, a salami factory offered lunch to any driver who yielded to pedestrians at marked street crossings. Double money. In August 2009, customers flocked to a faulty cash machine that was paying out double money at a supermarket in London, England. The store closed the machine as soon as it learned of the fault, but by then, lucky customers had taken over $7,500 from it. Rowers rescue. The pilot of a light aircraft forced to bail out in the middle of the Irish Sea had a lucky escape when he was spotted by a team trying to row its way around Britain. The 4-man crew was 10 days into its time challenge when one of them saw the plane half submerged in the freezing water. Pilot John O'Shaughnessy, who had been flying the Wales to Ireland, was standing on the wing. Incriminating evidence. Vlado Dineski, a Macedonian crime reporter, covered a series of murders in such detail that police eventually discovered in June 2008 that he was responsible for them. Wow. Greenbrier ghost. A ghost once helped convict a murderer, Zana Shu's death in Greenbrier County, West Virginia in 1897. Was presumed natural until her spirit appeared to her mother and described how she was killed by her husband, Edward. Her mother persuaded the local prosecutors to reopen the case, and an autopsy on the exhumed body verified that Zona had been murdered. Edward was subsequently convicted of the crime. unwanted customers, shoppers at a food store in Puyallup, Washington State, were forced to flee in 2009 after cattle broke away from the fair parade and ran amok in the aisles. A year earlier, in 2008, a bull from the same fair charged into a bank. Bar Blaze. In 2008, a fire crew from the town of Bournemouth in Dorset, England, was sent to extinguish a blaze at a bar called the Inferno, which was situated next door to the bar called the Old Fire Station. Cork attack. After a truck carrying bottles of wine crashed and caught fire on the highway in Wamsutter, Wyoming, emergency crews came under attack from the hail of corks as the bottles exploded in the heat. Bank error. After Josh Mazainski of Manchester, New Hampshire, swiped his debit card at a gas station to pay for a pack of cigarettes in July 2009. He checked his account online and saw that he had been charged for over $23 quadrillion. The Bank of America corrected the error the following day. Yeah, they better had corrected that. Quadrillion. 23 quadrillion. That's crazy. Wow. Crazy car. Crazy car. They lead me nowhere. Lead me nowhere. Actually, I don't know the words. Naked Brothers Band. After spending 17 years building his own Lamborghini sports car in the cellar of his Wisconsin home, Ken Imhoff realized that he had no way of getting it out. Undeterred, he built a ramp and hired a mechanical digger to gouge out a slope in his garden, even removing a section of the house foundation. At the end of delicate 2.5-hour operation, the new car finally emerged above ground. Wow. He built his own Lamborghini. 17 years. I'm just gonna finish this page and then I'll be done. I hope you guys are relaxed or just finding it interesting, if not relaxed, or just have some background noise. Family line. After 6 generations spanning 217 years, the last Dr. Maurice of the town of Marlsborough in Wiltshire, England, finally hung up his stethoscope in 2009. Dr. David Maurice's retirement brought to an end an unbroken line of family members caring for the town's sick people dating back to 1792. Body hoax. After receiving a tip-off about what happened to the body wrapped in a sleeping bag in a forest near Izu City, Japan, police officers took it back to the station for a post-mortem examination, but when the medical examiner opened the bag, he found it contained a life-size doll wearing a brown wig, a blouse, and a skirt. Wow. Bucket ceremony. In keeping with tradition of Zayan, China, that the bride's feet should not touch the ground during the journey from home to the ceremony, a couple got married in 2008 in mid-air in 2 large tractor digger buckets. bridesmaids stood on one bucket while the groom and two best men stood opposite them in a second bucket. Wow. I keep saying wow because like these stories sound like crazy. Strange but true, right? Something fishy. An unidentified 4.5-foot long fish caught near Taizhou City in eastern China had a large sucker pad on its head. No villager would eat the weird-looking creature in case its appearance was the result of toxic poisoning. Wow, that looks so nasty. Okay, I'm going to stop here. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know down below and I will continue reading from where I left off. Or if you want me to read something else, let me know and I'll see what I can do. If I can find the book somewhere, I'll pick it up and I can read a request as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are relaxed or entertained. I'm a bit both right now and I am ready to go to sleep. So I hope you guys have a good night and I hope you sleep well. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, which I should be recording next week. So, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you then.